It is Tuesday, which of course means it's time for more Let's Talk Tuesdays. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are coming off a pretty exciting Monday Night Raw. Lots of things happened out of Raw. And I will say right now, as of recording this video, I haven't quite watched the complete episode of Raw. I got through half of it. I haven't watched the rest of it though. So I will answer and talk about some questions that I actually haven't exactly seen the footage of. Just warning you now. So I could butcher things, I may have things wrong, but I'm just talking about what I've heard. So I'm playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare today. If you're wondering my thoughts and opinions on the game, I enjoy the game. I think it's one of the better CODs in recent years, so I highly recommend it if you are a COD fan. This gameplay really isn't anything special. It's just a quick game I got. So without further ado, let's get into today's questions. Today's first question is from the Ender Fusion 16. Brendan, what do you think about Vince saying that if Team Authority loses, that the Authority will not be in charge? I'm actually quite surprised by this stipulation, and kind of makes this 5-on-5 match seem a lot bigger, and I think it's a good move, and I think it's a little bit more pressure and a little bit more meaning behind the match. It's not just Team Cena versus Team Authority for no reason. You know, if the Authority, they have to find a good team to win, not only to beat Cena, but to keep their job. So I was actually predicting that Team Cena would probably win, but now I'm not so sure. Because I can't really see the Authority ending right now. I just don't think it's time for the Authority to end. But some people probably would disagree with that. But I think it's a good move, and I'm interested to see how this one kind of pans out now. I'm more interested in this match now, and I think it needed to happen to kind of make Survivor Series a little bit more important and then make this match seem more of a big deal. So it's a good move. I still thought Cena would win, but now I'm not so sure. I think perhaps Team Authority will find some sneaky, cheeky way to get themselves the victory. So we'll have to wait and find out how it all pans out, but at the moment I'm going to say Team Authority will win this one. This one is from the Lonely Spartan. Do you think Ryback should have returned later? I personally do, as if he returned next year he could have gone straight into the main event scene. Well, you got to remember though, Ryback was basically a job guy to the main event stars. You know, he was in a tag team that really amounted to nothing, and before that, you know, he was in the main event, but he was losing to everybody left, right, and center. So Ryback really doesn't deserve to be straight walk into the main event. You know, he has to prove himself, has to deserve to be in that spot. So I think a slow build-up and a slower Ryback push into the main event will work more effectively, give him more of a chance to get over and get recognition and a bit more love and support from the fans before they try and rush and Ryback too soon. And you know, you don't want to rush Ryback into the main event too soon. Look what happened last time. It backfired on them. So they need to kind of take their time with Ryback. They've got a great opportunity with Ryback to turn him into something big. So don't mess this one up, WWE. And this is your second and probably last chance with Ryback to do anything big with him. So make sure you cash in. This one is from Drake Parker. Do you think WWE went full retard, that's an interesting choice of words, on Randy Orton face turn by leaving him laying on Monday Night Raw? Now this is a thing that I haven't exactly seen on Raw, but I saw a picture of, I don't know, Randy Orton being laid out. I don't know who laid him out or whatever, but I think Randy Orton face turn was inevitable, but I thought it was going to occur at Survivor Series itself, but obviously he's going away to film the movie, so that's why they took him out. So maybe he'll make a guest run-in at Survivor Series to try to screw the Authority over and help John Cena win and maybe take down the Authority. I could see that happening. What I originally predicted and planned that Orton would in fact be a part of Team Authority, but would RKO Seth Rollins or, you know, whoever on Team Authority and screw them over to help Cena win. But I'm not exactly sure how it's all going to pan out, but I think a Randy Orton face turn. Honestly, I thought Randy Orton was starting to hit his strides as a heel. I thought he was just starting to really do some great work as a heel, so I think they may have missed the boat and missed a good opportunity to do something good with Randy. But, you know, Randy as a face just isn't quite as appealing and just isn't quite as entertaining as him as a heel, and I think he has more fun playing a heel as well. So I'm not exactly sure if this is a good move by the WWE, but, you know, now we have Ryback, we have Roman Reigns coming back, we have Daniel Bryan coming back, we have John Cena, we have Dean Ambrose, we have Dolph Ziggler, so we have a lot of top tier baby faces, but who do we have as heels? You know, we always had Randy, but now we have Brock Lesnar, who's never there, we have Seth Rollins, we have Kane, who never wins, he's won 2 matches in the past year. Who else? Cesaro? No. Henry? Okay. But honestly, they need some more heels, and turning Randy heel may not be the best, idea in mind. So if they're going to turn Randy heel, they have to turn Randy face. They have to turn somebody else heel, and who that will be, I have no idea. So they would need to turn. If they're going to turn Randy face, obviously they have to replace him. So who's going to replace him? Who's going to replace Randy as the #1 heel? I don't know. They need to find that out, and find that out soon, because there's no top tier heels, which means there's no one for the likes of Cena, the likes of Ambrose to face. Of course, sorry, I forgot Bray Wyatt. So, there's still, they need more heels, and they need them now. This next one is from Cobhead Jake. Do you think the WWE need to do a better job of making the minor titles more important right now, with the world title only being defended when Lesnar is around, which, by the way, isn't very often? So, yes, I do, and now that they have Rusev as the US Champion, which I'll talk about more in detail later on, Ziggler as the IC Champion, they've done well in that regard. So they need to have a heel and a babyface as their two minor champions, so they're doing that correctly. Now, if Rusev does go on to, make the Russian Championship or whatever and hold the US title for a long time, I think that's really going to help the US title out, which has been in, limbo. It's done absolutely nothing. It's been in the abyss for the past 2-3 years. I mean, we had an Ambrose title run that nearly went for a year. If not, it did go for a year, which he defended it like 3 times. We had Sheamus, who had a 6-month title run, who did absolutely nothing for the title either. So the US title has done absolutely nothing. At least the IC title's done a little bit. But, they really need to make these titles mean more. Now that there is no world title on the weekly shows, these two minor titles should be stepping into and playing a major role. You should be having your top tier stars looking at that minor title now. And they still need to really kind of improve the storylines, make storylines around minor championships, and make the minor championships seem like more of a bigger deal. And I think slowly but surely they're kind of working towards that, but I still think they could do a much better job of it. So they need to do it, and the time to do it is right now. They need to make that IC title basically what it was back in the 90s, which was, a huge, big deal. If you're the IC champion, it was huge. That meant something. Same with the US champion. So they got to try and replicate that right now in the current WWE. Can it be done? It's going to take some time. It's going to be very, very tough, but I think it could be done. I think all hope is not quite lost just quite yet. This one is from Bray Wyatt Run. Since Rusev is the US Champion, we all know he will change to the Russian Championship. I don't know about that, but who would you want to end his streak, and thoughts on the whole thing? Well, I'm not exactly sure if the US Championship will be converted into the Russian Championship. I hope so, and if I was the booker, I would do it. And I think instantly, off the top of my head, it's just a great idea because of the sheer factor that he will get heat. People will want someone who's American to take that to take the Russian Championship off Rusev and turn it back into the US title. You can build a big red-hot babyface to try and do that. And I honestly believe that the man to do that would probably be Ryback. And I've said that, and it has been rumored that it could be Ryback. And I think Ryback's probably the right guy for the job. I talked before about the slower build-up to Ryback before rushing him into the main event. Well, why not give him and Rusev a huge build-up towards WrestleMania? You have Rusev plow through the competition, beat everybody. Likewise with Ryback. But Rusev, he's beating everyone, defending that Russian Championship, beating all these patriotic Americans who are stepping up. But then you have Ryback, he's beating everyone, and then you have two behemoths who have been winning and winning and winning on these massive winning streaks. They both clash at WrestleMania 31, where you have Rusev versus Ryback for the championship. Two massive guys, both on a winning streak, both white hot, both dominating, and then you have Ryback finally end Rusev's streak. In my opinion, that would be what's best for business. I think that would work out really well if they booked the storyline right. That could be something big to really elevate the US title and make it a big deal. I know for a fact that if I was a fan and that was the kind of storyline behind it, the right build up towards that match, that would be huge, and that would probably be one of my most anticipated matches for WrestleMania. So, hopefully they do something similar to that. But at the moment, I can only really predict that Ryback could be the guy to take the title away from Rusev. This one is from Larice R23. When Barrett returns, do you think he should feud with Ziggler? Definitely. I think Ziggler and Barrett, they do some pretty good work together, and obviously Wade Barrett never lost his championship, so straight away he's going to be inserted into the Intercontinental Championship scene, and I think Wade Barrett is going to win the title straight away back. I think Dolph Ziggler was pretty much holding it as keeping it warm for Bad News Barrett, and likewise with The Miz and everyone else that has held the IC title since. So I really can't see Ziggler getting the big push, but I do see Bad News Barrett coming back and making an impact, because obviously it looks as though to me that Triple H is pretty high on Bad News Barrett and likes the Bad News Barrett gimmick. So I think when Barrett does come back, we could see something good there from Bad News Barrett, and I think the IC Championship is certainly looking likely for him to win. This one is from CM Punk. Do you think Nikki Bella should be the Divas Champion? Well, I do like Nikki Bella, and I think Nikki Bella has certainly improved. I think Nikki Bella makes a good contender for the championship, and it's good to see her getting an opportunity for the championship belt. Honestly, I feel as though Paige and AJ has been so drawn out. It's time to insert some new blood into that championship. AJ's held that championship for way too long in the past 2 years. It's time to move on from the AJ Divas Championship reign, and it's time to get some new blood in there. We had Paige in there, which was good. The Paige and AJ feud went for forever. It's time to do something different there. So I personally would have Nikki beat AJ for the championship, and maybe, you know, I don't know, we do Brie and Nikki Bella for the title. Maybe not. It probably would happen, but I don't really want to see it. But it would just insert some new life into the championship and something different. We know we've been seeing the same thing over and over for that title. And AJ is really just, she's in cruise control. She's done absolutely nothing of worthiness since she's been Divas Champion, since her return after WrestleMania. So I don't know what happened to her, but you know, she doesn't look attractive to me anymore. Her promos are lackluster. It just feels as though she's not really giving it 100%. So I would rather give it to someone who kind of wants it, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I probably am wrong. But just from what I see of her, I just feel as though she doesn't really care, and she doesn't really want to be the champion, or she doesn't really care about the championship as much as she used to. So I would give it to Nikki Bella, in my opinion. Today's final question is from Bullet Sky O'Connor. If you had to reschedule the WWE pay-per-view lineup, excluding the Big Four, what pay-per-views would you use, or would you book it like they did back in the day? Well, I really liked all the names of the Ruthless Aggression era, so honestly, I'd be bringing back some of those names. I always felt as though, you know, after WrestleMania, you'd have Backlash, and then you'd, I can't really remember the schedule. It was a Backlash, Judgment Day, Great American Bash, Vengeance, SummerSlam, No Mercy, I think Survivor Series, Armageddon. I think I'm missing one in there, but something like that. I don't know if I would copy it completely, but I would bring back something to replace Payback. I would bring back something to replace Hell in a Cell. Actually, no, I like Payback. So the only pay-per-views I'd really get rid of are the gimmick pay-per-views. So I'd get rid of the Elimination Chamber. I'd get rid of TLC. Excuse me. Get rid of TLC. Get rid of Hell in a Cell. And I would keep Money in the Bank. I think Money in the Bank deserves to be its own pay-per-view. So, and has been good. You know, Money in the Bank's been a very good pay-per-view. And I would also get rid of Battleground. I think Battleground's been a colossal failure. You know, it just sucks. And I'd keep Night of Champions. So I would replace Elimination Chamber with No Way Out. So then that leaves us, if we're going to have Battleground, when do they have Battleground? We have Battleground in June. So I would probably bring back King of the Ring for June. Or maybe push Money in the Bank to June, bring back King of the Ring for July, and have the King of the Ring winner face the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. So that's how you build up and make King of the Ring important. So I bring back King of the Ring in that regard. And then I guess in October, I would do No Mercy. And in December, maybe Armageddon. I don't know, two different pay-per-views there. Because I always liked Armageddon. I always felt as though Armageddon was a great finish to the year. And I like No Mercy as well. But it doesn't really matter what names they are. I just replace something there. I don't exactly know what names I would choose. But I honestly thought the Ruthless Aggression era had the best pay-per-view names, in my opinion. You know, the No Mercies, the Vengeances, etc., etc. Great pay-per-views. But I would bring back King of the Ring. And, you know, I guess we have Money in the Bank as well to kind of do that. But, you know, why don't we have both? So, bring back Money in the Bank and King of the Ring. Keep Money in the Bank and bring back King of the Ring. So that will do it for today's edition of Let's Talk Tuesdays. If you have any thoughts and opinions on the topics I discussed today, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. As well as that, leave your questions for next week's episode by putting them in the comment section down below or over at the forums at BrendenPlayz.com/forums. I'll leave the link to the official Let's Talk Tuesdays thread in the comment section, in the description, sorry. And if you want to leave a like on the video, that would be very appreciated. As well as that, please subscribe if you want to see more from me. And if you're wondering, Bragging Rights is coming out. It'll be out very, very soon, extremely soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And guys, most of all, make sure you all have a great day. Thanks, guys. Continue the discussion about this video and everything to do with BrendenPlayz by using the hashtag BPZ.